Hi everyone, I'm back and daylight again, so it's easier. Now everything is glued down and in its place, so now I just have to paint all this. Now if you like, you can keep it as is, the bottom of your box, or you can take one of the pages you took out and use it as a guide to cut from another paper that you want to put in. I'm just going to paint it, and I'm using the same colors I've used before. I'm just saying I'm going to use the darker colors in the the sepia color in the corner, because again that would be the place where it would be supposed to be darker, and also it will hide all this the unevenness of the cutting, because the corners were the most difficult part to do. So I'm placing the sepia color first in all the corners, and then I'll move and add the two other colors and blend them together just to make it more interesting. I can also paint everything with the sepia. It doesn't have to look like leather inside. It just do what feels right to you. Here we go. I'll go over with the gold here again. Well, maybe I will do everything in the sepia. I don't know. Or not. Sometimes I just decide as I go along. Here we go. I hope you can see what I'm doing. You see, I'm mixing everything, so there are variations to the color. And I'm blending it. I don't want it pronounced. And again, you can decide if you want the text of the page to show, or if you want to cover it, whatever seems nicer to you. Okay, I need more paint. I'm going to continue painting all the sides, and then I'll be back. I'm back. So I've painted the whole thing here, and now I want to paint all this, and I'm going to use gold like they had in old books, that this was colored gold. And just taking a brush and going over, and it also in the process it got dirtied up with other things, so it would be nice to cover everything and it will be nice and pretty. so I left it for the end to cover with the gold. Of course you can use whichever color you want. You can also just paint everything in with the brown. This is just an acrylic paint. Here it didn't glue very well, but I am putting pressure and I'm adding the gold, and I'm hoping at the end everything will be glued down and in place. Here it's darker. I didn't the book just came like this. Maybe I will need another coat here where it's darker. Okay, so I'm going to leave this to dry, and as you can see, if the gold came too much here, you can always add brown. And now I'm going to put this aside. It needs to dry, and I'm moving on to the wand making. So I've got the handle of a brush, and I'm going to attach several beads that are going to make for the handle. And let's see, just go with something that you like. There is no rules to it. I'm thinking like something like this. If your paintbrush handle is too long, you can always trim it. I'm leaving this as is. What's with my glue gun? Here we go. Like the book, this is just the beginning. This is the the constructing of the shape of it. Why doesn't it want to dry down? Usually it's quite fast. Okay, I'm leaving it for a few minutes. I need this to dry. And let's see, I'll just stick it here and disconnect the glue gun before I have an accident with it, and I'm famous for it. Here we go. Now I'm going to give my wand texture as I've done with the book. The wand here, as I told you, I've used twine here and more of the paper towel here, and I'm going to use the same thing for this one. I have this twine and I have this. You just need to decide for yourself what kind of texture you want. This is more pronounced, more fibers. This is more I don't know how to call it, contained. So it's up to you what you want it to look like. I'm starting let's see, it doesn't move. Okay, I'm starting by gluing with the silicone glue the twine. It's going to be a little bit messy to start, at least. I'm going to make some kind of circle here and put it down. You can hear my kids in the background. Wait, I'll be back. I'm back, and as you can see, I've made some kind of circle with the twine, and I'm just going around with the twine. And yes, it's messy and everything sticks, but that's what it is. And now I need to add more silicone glue and continue going around. Here we go. Messy, messy, messy. Yeah. Continuing gluing down, and as you can see, I've got fibers sticking out, and I'm planning of trimming this after everything will be dried. And if you think it's not even, you can always go on top and add where you want it. It's not an exact science. You want it to be interesting, you want texture. So no matter how it looks now like a lot of mess, it's gonna be fabulous after. Here we go. Moving on to the next bead. Here we go. It's not glued quite well to the paintbrush. I will have to take my glue gun again and attach it firmly. So you get my drift what to do. I'm going to attach it more securely to my paintbrush and finish with the twine, and then I'll come back. I'm back. So I've kept trailing my twine around the paintbrush, and also went up to here and did some swirly thing. And now I'm going to add the paper towel here, so I will have more texture and interest to my wand. I'm going over everything here with white glue. And I want texture and wrinkles. It's just too much of material, so I'm trimming. Squishing it and getting a lot of glue on my hands, of course. It's a messy process, but it's worth it. Now, with the glue, starting to squish everything down. Here I have too much. That's what happens when I'm trying to do things fast. And in several places, if you can see, I lost a piece of my paper towel. I'll just go in and add a little piece. Just doesn't work sometimes. All this glue. Okay. You can't do a thing when everything is with glue. Okay, here we go. Yeah, messy. But now I'm squishing everything down. Here we go. Now this needs to dry, and then of course gesso, paint, and the highlights with the gold. The same process we did with the book. So I'm placing it somewhere here. So, oops. Again, a lot of glue. Here we go. So I'm gonna leave it to dry and I'll be back. I'm back. While this is still drying, I've moved and cut a piece of scrapbook paper to go here, and I'm inking around the edges like so. So it will be a little bit more old. Like this, and I've used will not stain. This is distress ink, and I'm going to add a little bit of black also, so it would be more pronounced. Like so. Here we go. And I'm gonna glue this down. Here we go. I think it gives a nice finish here. So I'm leaving this to dry, and I had another idea. I took another glass stone like I've used for the eye of my dragon. I am doing the same thing again as I did with the eye. And I'm planning on attaching this here to my wand. Now I had another idea, and I don't know if I will use it in the box, but we'll see. It just came to me when I thought about the other book I've done with the potions and spells. And let's see what I've got. I've got lots of these small eyes, and I know it's kind of silly, but I thought about eyes of Newt. If we are doing witches and spells, then I'm gonna try doing something. I don't know if it will work. In the hopes that it will stick. Something like this. And I'm gonna try and put in several places this kind of eye. Never done it before, so bear with me. Now I'm thinking this needs to get dry, and then I'm gonna coat the inside with the white glue, and then spill in some green glitter inside, so it will coat everything, and we'll see if it works. I don't know. I'm trying. Go there. Okay, so I've got several eyes here, maybe another one, and I'll leave it as is. I even have glitter glue, so maybe I should use my green glitter glue to coat the outside, and then I'll have a nice bottle of Eyes of Newt. Something to do with children, I think. Let's see if I can get in with a brush and try to coat. I think I lost here in one of the eyes because I didn't wait for it to dry. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna leave it be. It does look slimy, so something accomplished. Okay, I'm gonna leave it be, and we'll see what happens with my Eyes of Newt bottle. So now I've got, this is almost dry. I'm adding a little bit of the glitter as I've done with the Eyes of the Dragon. And then I'll attach it to my wand. Here we go. Okay, so this needs to dry, the wand needs to dry, everything needs to dry. I'm thinking, let's see how much time I have on my camera. Okay, that's it. I'll be back with part 6. Bye for now.